Heat 1B of the Albert Lee Cup is brought to you by Viking. With style and performance that sparked a culinary revolution, Viking has the products to put professional performance in every corner of the kitchen. And is presented for Seafair by GE Appliances, reinvesting in America.
So while the boats are setting up, let's check our Carl's Jr. starter clock. Head to Carl's Jr. for the new hand-breaded chicken filet sandwich made with fresh hand-breaded chicken breast. And taking a look at the course conditions now, 72 degrees, looks great for racing, Patrick.
Well, and you know, we sometimes refer to the boats by their numbers that have been around hydroplanes for a long time, but on the screen, the people cannot see numbers. They only see the colors of boats. You know what Oberto looks like. It's the favorite. Graham Trucking, another contender driven by Jeff Bernard. It is all gold with some red trim. And finally, Degree Man, owned by Billy Shoemaker and Jane Shoemaker. That boat is dark black with gold trim. Mike?
On the inside, it is going to be the Graham Trucking. A very good move was made by Jeff Bernard to get that lane, and he's going to lead them to the line from the inside. The Old Boy Oberto is in the 3 lane. Here they come across the line, and they may be a tad early. I'm not sure if we have any jumpers. We'll see what's going on as they roll down into that lower corner again with a perfect position. We have a clean start. It is the Graham Trucking on the inside that takes the lead and comes off that exit pin, and Jeff Bernard got a great start, Chip.
What you didn't see, Mike, is J. Michael Kelly got into the area before 1 minute. That you can't enter before 1 minute. Had to go back around, so he would have been a contender, but he's way back now.
We have 3 boats moving up into that north turn now, and all 3 of them have got some tremendous speed. Old Boy Oberto has managed to take the lead. Steve David now from the 2 lane, but inside is Jeff Bernard in the Graham Trucking coming off the corner and trailing him into the corner. A little bit behind with also some competition is the number 9 boat. Visit TriCities.com. Across the line at the end of lap number 1, it's Steve David and the Old Boy Oberto. Second, the Graham Trucking. 3rd place, it's going to be the Visit TriCity.com. And on the outside, in 4th place overall, the 22, Great Scott Presents Campaign WSU. Out of the corner again, Chip.
You know, one thing you got to watch here with Oberto is how well it's handling. Part of Seattle is not just speed, but making the boat handle, because by the final heat, it's going to get rough.
Both of those boats are having a pounding up that back chute. Both got a little bit loose, got a little air underneath them. This time it appears as though Jeff Bernard isn't going to try to put on quite the challenge he did earlier. He got real loose there about midway up the back chute, and Steve David realizes he's backing down just a little bit, giving him a little more room. So Steve David is starting to run away with this as they come down to the end of lap number 2. Steve David driving the Old Boy Oberto, somebody who needs some points. He's the defending champion here on Lake Washington, defending national champion as well, Pat.
He turned the first lap at 131 miles an hour and the second lap at 130 miles an hour.
And that's a little slower than the A heat, 1A heat. We also have down in that lower corner the 100 boat is dead in the water. The Beacon Plumbing with a Greg Hopp. And up the back chute now, Chip, it's the Oberto. It's all Steve Davis.
It is. And those speeds aren't really going to mean that much right now. You're looking at the Beacon Plumbing, who are dead in the water. But those Oberto speeds might not compare so much with Dave Villwock. But his radio guy's telling him, there's nobody pushing you. Just relax, take it easy.
We have an encroachment penalty on the 1 boat. However, it'll be monetary only. It will not affect the finish order, and that's why the checker flag is flying now. Because Stephen David in the Old Boy Oberto is going to pick up a first place finish in Heat 1B. Across the line, it looks somewhat effortless, but actually that's Jeff Bernard deciding to drive wisely rather than real fast, and he comes across the line in 2nd place. We got a battle, though, for 3rd place. It looks like the 22 boat. Mike Webster is going to get across the line just ahead of the number 9 boat, beating John Zimmerman at the line. John was caught sleeping at the throttle just a little bit there, Chip.
Yeah, and here, just coming across the finish line here in a few seconds will be J. Michael Kelly in the 88-degree man. There you see him there. He made a mistake. You cannot go past the 2nd corner exit pin before 1 minute before the start. He did. His radio guy told him he had to go all the way back around the corner. So there's a contender that's really in big trouble now.
And David cranked it up for the final lap. He did that one at 138 miles an hour out of the clear blue sky.
And that's the way they finished. The 100 did get restarted again and will get scored if it can continue to run.
That's start seemed to work pretty well for you.
It did, Jenny. More important than the Alberto winning that race is Sienna is now like a little over a year old. So to all the Cairo fans, the mama of Sienna.
She's going to be watching her first Hydro races.
We are so pleased. I got to thank Park Place Motors for giving us the transportation, Design 500 for giving my rib protectors, and of course the great people at the Alberto organization for that win.
And now, what's to come next?
More of those. I think we need 3 more of these to win this thing again.
How are you feeling with the ribs?
I'm doing good. Design 500 fix. James Hausman and his partners made this rib protector for me. I feel bulletproof. And I got to be, because Mike will kick my butt if I mess up.
You know, I'm going to toss back to Steve, and then I'm going to get some fitness tips from you, because you got to be the fittest person I know. Back to you, Steve.